Yes. Good morning to you, all my cautious Edo people. If you're out there watching me this morning, I just want you to place your hands on the share button because I have very few words to say this morning and get about moving for today's business. There've been several calls from my fans, particularly my clients, challenging the fact that more CFOs, was, seen being acquired by, or rather procured by Obazee, the crack team social media influencer. Basically, I want to say two things because when it has to do with CFO acquisition, it has to do with proper documentation and follow-up of applications submitted to the GIS for onward assessment and, verification and issuance of the offer for your certificate of occupancy. Now, there's one thing that I have noticed over time is that when majority of these social media influencers come out to talk about this CFO, they forget to say one thing, that it is never possible for you to acquire this CFO in 3 months, owing to the fact that the number of applications being submitted and being handled by the GIS is enormous, and these things are attended to in batches. Now, for instance, you submit a CFO sometime sometime in March, and you are getting an offer later, sometime in August, say 31st, and government will tell you this CFO is done in 90 days. And when majority of our bloggers, I took our time to listen to all what Abad said, he never took time to make mention of how long it took him to acquire these CFOs and when these applications were submitted. So basically, people should understand that this CFO procurement, even if where government has said 90 days, actually in most cases it exceeds more than that. So whenever people see, like I picked up some offer letters yesterday, whenever people see adverts of CFO, like my friend Osakunokodi will come out to say, I just got CFO. If they actually want to be honest, they're supposed to say this CFO has taken this number of time, but not just saying it as if, it's like an express thing. It's something they know how to do that, is done expressly. If you intend to enlighten the public, as the case may be, try to make them understand. I submitted this application sometime in February, and I got this offer letter sometime in May, and the CFO is out now in July, which is 3 months. Then I think we'll be on the same track to say, oh, fine. But when you see that these things are not done that way, try to explain to the generality of the public, because majority of your message people depend on them to make their decisions, basically because they know that you are informed about the society where you live in. So if you get this CFO application job for clients, try to let them understand that it takes this period. And when you also get their CFO out, please also be diligent enough to tell the public, we applied for this at about February, and now in May we are getting the CFO out. That is why we actually had to stop collecting more applications to attend to this one, and this CFO took us 5 months, took us 6 months, took us 8 months, took us 1 year to procure, so that people know what they are diving into. Because most times when people see your videos, people begin to put pressure on us that, look at what's going on, and it's as if maybe there's a super corridor that the GIS gives out, or super window that they give out to these influencers, only to the fact maybe they are friends of the government or something. I don't want to create that insinuation, but if you know that this is the actual time you got your CFO, or you just got the CFO, please also try to let the public know when you submitted the application. That is what my explanation wants to drive at this morning. So for those of you who are out there who intend to procure your CFO, please also know that these things take time. Nobody would get your documents and get all the necessary things, utility bills, and pay for relevant charges, and will just sit put and not follow up jobs that he or she has submitted. So basically, all what you need to do is ensure that when next you are saying you have gotten CFO for your clients, please tell the public when those CFOs were actually submitted and when you got the CFO out, so that people really know how this thing works. For me, at this end, I want to say thank you for joining me this morning. I earlier said I wouldn't be spending much time, and our viewing strength is over 70 this morning. I want to say thank you for those of you who have also shared, and thank you who are lover of my page. For some of us who continue doing our own bits to promote a better society and to ensure that this society of ours attain that egalitarian state where we all see things as equal, equitable, and fair. Once again, I am no other person than your noble right activist. Very many persons this morning call me, man, we didn't see you yesterday. You posted something about and CFO. Is there saga? Please, I don't do saga. My role is to enlighten people and also create awareness to issues that affect us in the state. I'm not the saga type of comrade that will spend time shouting and lamenting. No. We rather come here to discuss and inform ourselves of best ways and possible ways and possible approaches to resolve disputes and crisis and injustice that is being perpetrated in our state. Once again, I remain no other person than your noble right activist. Bye for now.